Hey guys, so as you know, I'm getting ready to go on a long trip. Hopefully I get to take you guys with me. My husband swears that the camera and the laptop we're taking will be able to handle all my footage. I just don't know. But anyways, I thought I would make a quick video before I left because the last 2 days I've been spent just like at the salon doing beauty things, you know, getting ready, because so many people think, oh, I'll just pack a bag before I leave on my trip and it'll be great and everything, but there's a lot that goes into going on a long trip, and I know because we travel a lot, and sometimes I get everything just spot on. I remember everything, I do everything right, and I have everything I need, but then sometimes I forget simple little things that are really important, and I think one of the most important things to do before going on a trip is having, you know, your body taken care of and just feeling fresh and good about, you know, about everything, because then, you know, it doesn't really matter if you have the right outfit on or, you know, the perfect fitting swimsuit, as long as you feel like, you know, yourself is in perfect alignment, you will feel good about your trip. So anyways, I've been, let's see, tomorrow I have an appointment to get my eyelashes filled, so I'm kind of covered there. Yesterday I got my nails done. I had them done shorter because I know I have a tendency, if they're too long, they will break off, and then I'll be traumatized because on the trip we're going on, I'm not going to have many opportunities to stop and spend, you know, half the day at a salon to get my nails done. So, not even going to go there. I'm just like, cut them short, get them, you know, shellacked, and normally I don't get shellac on my toenails, but this time I did. I got a full pedicure, which is going to make my feet feel great for the entire trip. I won't be worried about wearing any strappy sandals or going out, like, you know, to the pool with nasty, grimy feet, because they've been taken care of to the full extent. So, did that, shellac on the toes, like I said. It's very important. I got a Bogota Blackberry this time. My camera is so bad at focusing, but anyways, it's pretty color. And I worked it in with my whole wardrobe that I'm wearing. That's really important because it sucks when you have like an important function to go to later on in the trip that you didn't remember, and you have to wear a fancy dress and your nails totally clash with that. That's like horrible. So anyways, as you can see, I have no makeup on right now. Nothing. I mean, sometimes I will like put eyebrow stuff on at the very least if I'm going out without makeup on, but I have nothing on, you guys, so feel special. Anyways, so let's see, things that I've done. Yesterday I did a hot oil treatment. That's really important to do before you go on a trip, like where the weather might be different from where you are. It's really damaging to your hair to go from like one element to another, and you know, so you really just should do a hot oil treatment weekly anyways. So I just had, you know, this cheap VO5 hot oil. I do it once a week, but I really waited till the last minute to do it before my trip so that I would have, you know, fresh, oily hair. So another thing, like you can use any argan oil on your hair before you go to bed at night, but it's good to do that for like the week before you leave because your hair will be just nice and juicy. Oh my God. So let's see, what else did I do? Oh, well, I was at the salon doing my nails and all that stuff. I had a lot of waxing done. I had my arms waxed all the way up. I mean, I don't have really hairy arms. I have super blonde hair. But, I mean, when you have to wear, like, cocktail dresses and stuff, girl, really, get your arms waxed. You'll feel so much more beautiful with an arm waxing. I can't even tell you. I mean, you don't even think about this until, you know, you're doing it, and you go out in that dress and you're like, oh my God, thank God I don't have, you know, hairy spider arms. Gross. So anyways, that was great. The not so great part was I'm going to be wearing a lot of crop tops on my trip, and so I had my entire midsection, front and back, waxed. Again, just blonde hairs, but it's really painful and expensive and totally worth it. So that's another point to think about. It's the first time I've had my back waxed. I mean, not like the upper back, but the lower back. It's not something I typically think about, but since I have so many of these shirts, I was thinking, you know, let's do it. And I can't believe how beautiful my back looks. I mean, it looks like one of those photoshopped, you know, things that you would never even think a person's real back looks like. That's my back now that it's been waxed. Anyways, so let's see, what else did I do? Nails, pedicure, waxing. Another thing that you might want to do before you go on a trip is get your hair cut and colored. Me, not so much. I wear wigs all the time, yay, so I don't even have to worry about that. Plus, every little bit of hair that I have on my head, I'm going to save and hoard it because I have so little of it. It's It's really important to me. It's like a treasure. Okay. So eyelash fill, oil treatment. Okay, so we're going to do a little mask. These masks are really great because you really need to do something to exfoliate your face on a regular basis. Maybe once a week, not more than that, because you could really hurt sensitive skin. I mean, my husband has one of those little, like, I don't know, it's one of those brushes that have the little electric thing that kind of, they swirl around, you know? God, I don't know, it's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. This horrible little thing. Okay, I have such sensitive skin that just using this one time, it will make me break out all over. Just little red bumps. I look like I got chicken pox or something. My skin cannot handle this. So I do a mask. This one is Petal Fresh Botanicals by BioCreative Labs. It is good for all skin types. This one is aloe and pomegranate. But I found them online. I can't even remember where I got this. I just love it so much. So I'm going to show you the difference between this and, let's see, what else do I have? I also have one. This is just an inexpensive one from like Walgreens. It's just Freeman avocado and oatmeal. And this one I really like too. My skin does not react to it. It's more green and mushy and kind of a little more oily. I'll show you. Like, we'll just do this in a nondescript place. It goes on okay, but it really doesn't have good spread on it. So I like the Petal Fresh one. Look how thick this is. It's like freaking cream cheese, you guys. So I'm gonna do this, and not very well, but just because it was something I needed to do today, because I'm about 2 days away from my trip, and that's perfect because if I have any reaction to this whatsoever, which I don't think I will, because like I said, I do this one regularly, so I already know I'm not going to have any problems with it. But in case my skin is being a little sensitive, which it's always apt to do sometimes, I will know and I'll have a couple days to, you know, baby it and not irritate it more before we go. But after I do this, it's really important after a mask, your face is going to be a little bit dry. So you're going to want to moisturize right after doing this. But before I go and slather up my face with like my favorite Clinique gel, dramatically different moisturizing gel. I like the gel better than the lotion because the gel doesn't have any weird oil in it and my face reacts poorly to oil. So right after I do this mask, I like to use the Biore nose strips, get rid of all those blackheads, and this is a perfect time to do it because right after the mask your pores are like really open and you just use warm water to get this mask off. Cold water, doesn't matter, but you're going to throw some warm water on your face, soak it a little bit with a washcloth, and then you're going to put one of these Biore strips on. These work perfect on me. I don't have any weird reaction to them. And as long as I don't do any of this stuff more than once a week, I'm good. I don't get funky breakouts or anything. So, this is going to stay on here for about like 15 to 20 minutes. And when I wash it off, my face is going to feel really nice and clean. Except for that nose area. That's why I'm going to be all about doing that Biore strip. And this is a perfect time to do it right before the trip because I want to know, you know, all my pores are nice and clean. I'm going to be out in the sun and I'm also going to be in some different kind of weather. We're kind of moving around on this trip. We're going to be in Paris for a little while and then we're getting on a ship and we're going to be doing some cruising down south through Spain and Italy. So the weather's going to change dramatically and I want to make sure my skin is in good shape for this. So another thing I'm going to share with you, I've got my Hello Kitty robe on today because I do not care what happens to this robe, literally. It could burst into flames and I would be okay. My husband hates this robe. I think he thinks it's like for a 10-year-old and I just happen to be wearing it because it fits me. So, which it does not. I have other robes, but this is like my cute little short, I don't give a crap robe, okay? So, as you're packing your makeup and your goodies, anything that could spill or get anywhere, you want to be careful about taking that with you. So I don't put anything into those little, you know, these little stupid, this is my husband's, into these stupid little travel bottles to take carry-on. Do not carry on your beauty stuff, okay? It's just stupid. You can only take 3 ounces or whatever, and that's just not enough for a normal person on a, week-long or more trip. So what I do is I bring mostly full-size things, but this time I have to be really careful. Since I'm going for a couple of weeks or more, I can't take as much stuff as I would like, but my bag is going to be supremely overpacked. So I went to the store and just found the smallest shampoo and conditioner I could find, which was these L'Oreal like squeeze bottle things. I've never used this shampoo before, but I didn't get the cheapest thing that they had, so I figured this can't be all that bad. So what my trick is that I do to everything that could possibly spill, come apart, or do anything, that I don't want it to do in my bag is, first of all, buy giant Ziploc bags. And I mean the freezer type. So anything that could spill, squeeze, and remember, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, mousse, any of that stuff you're taking with you needs to have double protection on it. So I take surgical tape. I have lots of surgical tape left over from, many cosmetic procedure. We'll talk about that later. But anyways, so I take the surgical tape. This is thin tape. It's really good for doing all kinds of stuff with, and I take a roll of this with me on my trip. I use it to tape my unmentionables into beautiful dresses to look good. But I also use it on every bottle that I take with me. Tape the lids onto your bottles shut. You can do this with anything. You can use it on your toothpaste, you can use it on your lotion, your shampoo, your conditioner, whatever the bottle is. This is going to keep it from coming unscrewed, unlatched. It works like a charm, but I would still double bag it. Still put it in the Ziploc, the freezer Ziploc bag after you do this. But we have done some major traveling all over for hours and hours, transfers to different planes, and I've never once had my shampoo or conditioner squirt all over like it used to before I learned this trick. So anyways, this is just great. I think I'm such a genius for coming up with this, and I feel great about sharing it with you because I've done it so many times and it works like a charm. No more squeezed conditioner all over your crap. Okay, so another thing that I do right before I leave for a trip, because all of us are using our makeup right up until the day that we're leaving, so we can't pack it right away. But this is a great way to make sure you don't miss anything that you use on a regular basis that you want to take with you and forget it. So what we do in my house is, as we're doing our beauty routine, or namely just me, okay, so anyways, as I'm doing my beauty routine, I have a bag right next to me. As I use things to get ready, like, okay, floss my teeth, floss goes right in the bag, brush my teeth, and this is all in the AM hours when I cannot even think straight, like seriously, 4 a.m. in the morning because I got to be at the airport at 6, so I'm just straight up, oh, done with my hairbrush, straight into this bag. So this bag is all kinds of stuff jumbled into it, but then I carefully put it into a bag, Ziplocked bags, and then into my side pockets of my bag. I try to keep it in a separate compartment for my clothes because there's just no way I want to deal with toothpaste all over my beautiful sweaters, okay? So that's not going to happen. But anyways, this way I eliminate any way that I could possibly forget something, because as soon as I use it, it goes in the bag. Eyelash brush, put it in the bag. Toothpaste, put it in the bag, okay? It is just horrible to go to a different country or anywhere where you're not familiar with their products, their brands, or what it is you're buying, and you forget something as important as your favorite 3D whitening toothpaste. Ew, horrible. One time when we were in Dominican Republic, I had to use Colgate toothpaste. It was so disgusting. I felt like my mouth was so dirty and nasty for an entire week. Ugh. So you don't want that to happen to you. You just don't. So this is still wet and sticky, so I'm going to leave this on for a little while more before I do my Biore strips. But I think I went over some pretty important things that you should do before you go on a trip, just beauty-wise, to make yourself feel great and to have a happier trip. So I might come back and you might pack with me my bags, but I'm not so sure. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm pretty stressed out right now, but it was good, little break there, having a little chat with you guys. So like my video, subscribe below, and I'll see you guys later, and hopefully I'll see you on my trip. Thanks, guys. See you later.